Hey guys, so last time I made a video about why fighting career is a bad career choice, and not gonna lie, I didn't think it was gonna blow up that much, and I did end up stirring a little bit of controversy. And listen, I don't blame people for feeling that way, because anybody that wants a fighting career watching that video is not gonna like the things that I was saying, and especially how I was saying them. And looking back at it, I would have remade and restructured the video more in a way that I was sort of just giving people a heads up as to what they'd go through in a fighting career rather than just calling it a shitty career. This caused a lot of people to jump to the conclusion that I was just there to intentionally destroy their dreams. And listen, man, the only reasons why I made that video was, one, I didn't see a lot of people talking about it extensively on YouTube, so I wanted to be the first one. And two, I've talked about this topic with a few of my friends that are professional fighters and upcoming pros themselves, and even they agreed with what I was saying, so I didn't think it was going to be that much of an issue. I only wanted to state the truth and nothing else. I promise you there were no biases or feelings involved. Anyone could definitely succeed as a fighter if they work hard enough, so I apologize if I discouraged or offended anybody in any way. So in contrast to that video, in this video, I'm going to be talking about why people should learn how to fight and how beneficial martial arts can be. I'm also going to be talking about my personal experiences with martial arts and how it's changed my life to further prove the points that I'm making in this video. So the first reason, simple one, you learn how to defend yourself. The world's unpredictable. You never know when you get put in a dangerous situation. And ideally, you should avoid those dangerous situations, especially if it's a street fight. You know, it's not worth it. But if violence is your only choice, then learning how to fight can definitely help you. Doing martial arts really does help build your mentality, because when you're constantly putting yourself in a high stressful, uncomfortable situation like intense training or hard sparring, for example, you end up knowing how to manage your emotions better. Specifically fear and aggression. If you don't know how to control those two emotions while you're sparring, it's going to end up being bad for you. And like I said, if you're so used to being in that uncomfortable spot, you end up making more calculated decisions in high stressful situations. And these skills can definitely translate into other aspects in life outside of the gym. Basically, when you know that you could really fuck somebody up, it helps build your confidence. It makes you feel more at ease around people because you feel less in danger. This is especially true if you're a pro fighter or like a high-level amateur. If people recognize you and they know how good you are at fucking people up, they'll respect you more and they'll feel less eager to mess with you, basically. You become tougher both physically and mentally. Aside from martial arts training being able to improve strength, agility, flexibility, endurance, and overall fitness, you also gain more mental strength from being able to handle all the rigorous activities, especially when you have yourself a good trainer that can really push you and set the bar of how hard training should be. So I'm going to base this one off my personal experience. So even though I did a little bit of MMA when I was 16, I didn't really do martial arts that seriously till I was about 19. When I was 18, 19, before I did martial arts, believe it or not, I was an arm wrestler, and I didn't really do any sports besides arm wrestling and lifting weights. And then one day in the gym, this big jacked 6'2" dude showed up in the gym, and then he talked to me about jiu-jitsu and martial arts. A few weeks after, I showed up to the gym. And not gonna lie, I thought that because I was more muscular than most of the people there and had fucking gorilla grip from arm wrestling, I thought it was gonna be easy work, right? I thought it was gonna be light work. But then I soon realized that wasn't the case when I got a dude that was like a head shorter than me and like maybe 10 kilos lighter than me, just pummeling me to the ground and like absolutely just bulldozing me. Wait, pause. Yeah, I shouldn't have said that. I mean, essentially he was kicking my ass. We were grappling and yeah, he was kicking my ass, and that was very humbling. I remember like an hour through that session, I threw up like 2 to 3 times. And I remember with boxing, I remember the first few times sparring people that were actually good, man, I got my ass whooped, and it was demoralizing, to say the least. But you know, I needed it at the end of the day. I believe that martial arts destroys this fake idea of yourself, and it really brings you down to reality. In contrast to what I said in this video, fighting professionally does help you make money, and if you can make it big in that career, you can definitely make an absolute shit ton of money. Personally, how I made money from martial arts was start my own personal training program. My main selling point was that I had boxing training as part of the program, and because of that, I ended up getting a lot more clients than I thought I would. I still just consider myself a personal trainer though, rather than a boxing trainer, because I don't have those credentials yet, and my fighting skills aren't yet at a pro level. So this is probably the first time that I'm gonna get a little bit personal on this channel, and not gonna lie, it's a bit nerve-wracking because some of y'all are brutal, man. So martial arts, specifically boxing, has helped me tremendously through difficult periods of my life, such as my stepdad passing away 2 years ago and my biological dad passing away 8 months ago. Boxing was just a really good place for me to exude all my pain and stress, and it kept me away from unhealthy coping mechanisms like alcohol, for example. Weirdly enough, I seem to usually get motivated to train and do martial arts when I'm in a dark place in my life, and come to think about it, martial arts kinda did save my life, as cliche as it sounds. I'm sure everybody has their own story in regards to this, and y'all can talk about it in the comments down below. A lot of people like to find themselves as a person through things like traveling, for example, but in my opinion, I believe martial arts is the best way to do it, because you find out what you're truly made of, and it's one of the best ways to grow as a person. Personally, I believe martial arts has been one of the best things that's ever happened in my life, and y'all can talk about your own personal experiences with martial arts down in the comment section, and make sure to like and subscribe if you want to support the channel, and that's gonna be it for the video. Peace.